Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Slightly different one than the usual. Obviously, new year, new me. I'm gonna get to the fucking gym. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sort my life out in January. That's everyone's mindset, especially when it comes to the gym. I'm gonna go to the fucking gym in January. Why not do it 2 weeks before? Why not start now? But there we go, some people. And I thought I would go through in regards to a training side of things. So I'm gonna do a nutritional setup, I'm gonna do supplement setup video. But this one is just focused on training today. And if there's any other ones you wanna see, let us know. But today's topic is gonna be, how can we build as much muscle as possible within a beginner's phase? What's the split? What is the craziest split that's going to get me fucking absolutely huge in 6 months? And unfortunately the answer is there's no crazy split. There's no, you need to do push-pull legs, you need to do a typical bro split, you need to do arm days every 3 days to get huge. Unfortunately, that's just not how it is. I wish it was like that, but it's not. What you'll find is there is no wrong or right answer to this. This is just my opinion. So before anyone dislikes this video going, George, this is fucking wrong! This is wrong! I hate you! And I dislike your videos. It's fine. There's no wrong or right way about this. It's just how I would go about things. I really hurt my voice then. Fuck, I ain't doing that again. People are going to dislike this and people are going to disagree, which is great. People are going to agree, which is also great. It's just how it is. Now, the first question people ask themselves is, how many days or what split should we do? Typically, what people will find is that they'll look at their favourite pro bodybuilders. I think JP mentioned this once on one of his videos. They'll look at their favourite pro bodybuilders and they'll think, right, just because, I don't know, Regan Grimes is doing a bro split, just because Sadiq is doing his 5-day split in a row, 6-day split in a row, just because Vintage Genetics is doing this 6-day split in a row, people think, right, that's what I need to do. And I think that's a poor way of doing things, because let's remember, you're not a pro. They are professionals. You might be a pro one day, but 90% of us probably won't ever be pro, and that's just unfortunate. That's just how it is. It's reality of bodybuilding. Some people just genetically gifted. Like, there's people out there that have never lifted a dumbbell in their life, they're bigger than me. There's people out there that never gone to the gym and they're strong as fuck, they're stronger than me. Just how it is. It's just life, unfortunately. Just genetics is just, fuck you genetics. You know when you think, just fuck off. Like, why am I small? Just fuck, that's what I think sometimes. And unfortunately, that's just life. So a lot of people will first dive into, right, my favourite pro bodybuilder doing 5 days in a row, that he's doing arm days, he's doing this and doing that. I'm gonna follow that, which I think, again, is a poor quality choice. Like I mentioned, you're not a professional bodybuilder. Again, maybe further down the line, you might need to implement that sort of training in order to improve your physique. But right now, you're a beginner. You've never touched a dumbbell in your life, or you've been going for less than a year or whatever it is. So, what's the split? What would I recommend? Myself, I would recommend upper, lower rotations. So upper, lower, rest, 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 upper, lower, rest. A few different rotations. So upper A, lower B, upper A. So hard for me to do that. Or I would do 3 times a week. So Monday, full body A, Wednesday, full body B, Friday, full body C. 3 different rotations, focusing on 3 different areas, boom. Continue doing that for a good year or so, you'll see a difference in your physique. Now, when people think of full body workouts and they think of upper lower splits, they think, oh, doing full body is hard, doing full body is quite boring. And to be fair, I think if you think like that, I think it's just poor. Like, if you're always, I find so many individuals wanting to change their split every 6 months. I'm bored of push-pull legs, give me another split. I'm bored of upper lower, give me another split. I asked you, are you progressing well? Are you strong? Are you increasing lifts over the whole, like, platform of what you're doing? Not platform, but the whole progress, the whole physique, you getting stronger? People are like, yes I am. Why changing them? With my clients, I always tell them, you don't need to be changing your fucking split every 6 months. You don't need to be changing your split every 3 weeks. You just need to be fucking consistent with what you are doing. Why would I recommend full body workouts and upper lower splits? The goal with a beginner is to hit the body part as frequently as we can. With a bro split, with a 5 days or 6 days in a row, you're not going to be able to hit muscle parts twice a week, 3 times a week. You're not going to be able to do that. You're only going to hit it once a week, maybe twice a week in some areas. And the goal is to create as much adaptation as we can. So full body, you're going to adapt to that quite quickly, and that's the goal. You'll find that with any split you do, you'll have progress. And the reason why is because the adaptation is so significant. You've gone from not even touching a dumbbell in your life to now lifting weights on a regular basis. The adaptation, whatever you do, is gonna be pretty damn good. But what I would always recommend is maybe I always say do full bodies, or I've got clients on full bodies, I've got clients on upper lowers, and they're kind of fairly new to the gym. And I always tell them the reason because of this, we want to adapt as quick as possible. We want to get as strong as possible. We want to work on our compounds. We want to increase our frequency when it comes to training muscle parts. Research shows that obviously the higher the frequency, the better results. In some cases, not all cases, but in most cases that is the case. And a lot of people dive away from all full bodies. It's hard, like doing like legs as well as your upper body. People don't want to do that shit because it's hard and it's boring. And people are like, I want to change this, I want to change that. You don't need to change anything. If I went back to my first days of training, I would have loved to be on a full body split, and I'd just be nailing my fucking barbells, my dumbbells, my squats, my fucking deadlifts, all this stuff, my T-bar rows, and I'd have probably been in a better position now than what I am. Full body workouts, upper low splits, for me, what I would do. The goal is to get strong as fuck. Logbook, get your logbook out. Try and beat numbers, get strong as fuck. I'm pretty sure that with an upper lower split, if you implement just barbells and fucking dumbbells, you can make some good progress. You see a lot of people nowadays banding their shit up. They're doing fucking, I don't know, line cuff raises. They're doing, I don't know what they're doing. They're doing all this like fancy shit. But what happened to the days of just using a dumbbell? What happened to the days of just using a barbell? Back in the 80s, Dorian didn't use fucking, you know, a line cuff raise. Dorian didn't do, you know what, a fucking cuff pull down with all these fucking bands on it. Dorian didn't do that. They didn't do it in the 80s. And what a lot of people do now is like they're benching like fucking 60 kilos and they've got bloody bands beside it. And the one rep max is like less than 100. I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing? Banding shit up. Yes, obviously a lot of people mention that actually is a benefit to bands. Obviously they change the strength curve and it works on your power and execution, but people were doing that before they've even nailed the basics. Nail the basics, get a dumbbell variation in there, get a fucking squat variation in there, get a deadlift variation, get a press, get a barbell press, OHP, flat dumbbell, flat barbell, get all these movements in and focus on getting stronger. Eat food, eating a surplus, which I'll go through in another video. It's very straightforward. Now people want to do fucking cuff raises. No one do, I'm going to band this up. I'm going to band the deadlift. Fucking what's all that about nowadays? Like, just do the basics, nail the basics. I'm not nowhere near saying that bands I'm dead against them, because I'm not. But when you see people that haven't been lifting for a year implementing bands and they only can deadlift fucking 60 kilos, I question it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you using bands when you can only deadlift 60 kilos? If you're deadlifting, let's say 8 plates, you're doing like 500 kilo deadlift or whatever, fucking fair enough. Make it harder. But you're not that level yet. You're not at that level. You need to be getting strong as fuck. Just doing basic movements. Do dips, bodyweight stuff, pull-ups, fantastic. If you can add a plate between your legs when doing dips, brilliant. These are things which I would obviously implement. Now, how much is too much and how much is too little? Feedback. Collect data from your training. Write down how you're feeling. How are you feeling fatigue-wise? Do you feel like after the sessions you could have done a little bit more? Could you have done an extra set? Could you have done an extra rep? Those are things which I have to take into consideration. You need to be training hard. You can't be, you see some people just genetically gifted. Like I know people that would just train like a pussy and look good. It's just genetics. Great. If I train like a pussy, I look shit. And guess what? Still look shit. So we need to be fucking just nailing the basics here. Full body workouts, upper lower splits, implement compounds, fucking a load of work, a load of RDLs, all these movements which are fucking hard. What a lot of you do is you want to do arm days. People want to do fucking rope curls, fucking spider curls, hammer curls. That's not hard. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can make good progress off that, but you can make a lot more progress from doing the fucking hard stuff. And what people would do is they avoid the hard stuff. Think about doing a deadlift. Oh, I can't be fucked, that's long, I'm not really feeling up to it today, I'd rather just do an arm day. Think about doing a fucking heavy squat. People will get, no one these days ever gets scared. Like, I get scared thinking about doing, I don't know, a squat, a bench press. Like, I did 100 for 8 on the bench press yesterday. I was fucking shit scared of myself yesterday. Absolutely shitting myself before doing that set. No one does that anymore. No one does that. They think, oh, I'm just doing a rope curl. Which, don't get me wrong, can work. It can work. You're going to see progress off that, whether you're a beginner or, well, if you are definitely a beginner, you're going to make progress off that. But I always recommend full bodies. Frequency here. The more you can hit a muscle, the better. It's like learning to drive. The more you practice, the better you get at it. Very straightforward. If I did something for, let's say, I don't know, 2 hours long every single day, I'm going to get better at it. I'm going to get better at it. And that's what you kind of want to do with your training, you know what I mean? You want to fucking hit this muscle group as frequently as possible without it hindering recovery. If you notice that your recovery, if you're doing, I don't know, chest 3 times a week and you're not progressing the numbers, you're still tight from going into your next, I don't know, chest session or stuff like that. Too much volume. You can need to reduce it. It could be so many factors playing a role, in fact. It could be sleep, it could be nutritional setup, it could be just stress levels, and it could be, there's loads of stuff. But these are stuff that you need to collect. And like I said, the goal with any beginner is just focus on getting fucking stronger. Focus on your dips, focus on your pull-ups, focus on your dumbbells, focus on your barbells. Stop doing cuff raises and shit. You've been training 2 weeks and you're doing a cuff raise, you're doing a fucking banded V-squat shit thing. Don't. Just focus on the basics. That's my opinion. People are gonna hate me for that, but it's just too many people are doing it nowadays and no one's focusing on the real hard shit. That's the dog barking. I think I'm going to summarise this video now, but like I said, I'd recommend staying on those splits for as long as you can, so full body, upper lower split for maybe a year or two. Then it could be a chance where you change around your exercise selection. So it might be a push-pull legs, it might be more of a 4 days on 1 day off split like I'm currently doing myself. But people get bored very quickly and people don't want to do that. People don't want to stay on a full body workout for a year, 3 times a week. They don't want to do that. But I promise you, if you can stay on a split like that, if you can stay on an upper lower split for 2 years straight, focus on getting stronger with your barbells. If you can improve your barbell bench press by 30 kilos within a year, you can increase your deadlift by 50 kilos in a year, you're going to see a difference in your physique. I have no doubt about it. The stronger you get, the bigger you get. A stronger muscle is a bigger muscle. I say this all the damn time. But no guys, hopefully that has helped you. Hopefully that's given you a little bit of an insight in regards to how to program your training. Stop focusing on fucking cable side raises. Stop focusing on fucking fluff movements, which again, there's a time and place for fluff movements. I think there is a purpose for them. But if you're doing that before a compound movement, you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? Regarding volume, I'll quickly cover that as I'm still fucking here. Volume, I would always recommend starting from a baseline. So let's start off with 10 sets. 10 sets per muscle group each week. So you might do 3, if you're doing a full body workout, you might do 3 sets for chest, 3 sets in Wednesday session, 3 sets or 4 sets in Friday session. Assess from how you're doing that. Assess how you're recovering. If you're recovering, keep at it for a period of time. Over time, we're looking to increase. So you might increase to 12 sets. Recovery's still good. Motivation's still good. Energy level's still good, progress is still good. Brilliant, maybe you look to increase to 14. You might find that 14 is a little bit too much. I'm dipping in progression, I'm not recovering, that volume's too much. Very straightforward. That's kind of how we work out volume. And over time, you should be getting progressively stronger and being able to do more volume, in my opinion. But I've been speaking for 13 minutes now, and I'm sure not everyone's watching this video. I'm sure a lot of people have turned up. So if you have watched all of this, comment down below cracker. I've still got a Christmas cracker here, which I'm gonna, hey! Surprise! Let's actually have a look what's in it quickly. I can't do that, it's going to take ages. But thank you for watching. If you want to see any more, if you found this helpful, let me know in the comments down below. Any other topics you want to see, make sure you check out the channel. There's loads of shit on here which people can watch. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. Fucking don't focus on fucking cuff, fucking lateral shit. Focus on getting strong on those compounds. And I will assure you that you'll get you will get a bigger chest or whatever it is. Anyway guys, I'll speak to you in a bit. It's been 14 minutes and I'm fucking chatting a load of waffle. See you in a bit.